Hi, Macy. It's your Aunt Dana and your cousin dog, Rudy, and we are here to wish you a happy birthday. You are 7 today. That is just unbelievable to me. So I hope you're having a really great birthday today. For your birthday this year, I'm going to read you a story called The Smallest Spot of a Dot. I'm really excited to read you this story. It has such a wonderful message, but the illustrations are really incredible too. So I'm going to set the camera up a little bit differently so you can see the illustrations better as I read it. And then when we're done, we are going to do a science experiment that I think is going to blow your mind. It blew my mind. So I will be back in just a second to read you the story, and then we'll do the science experiment. See you in a minute. The smallest spot of a dot. The little ways were different. The big ways were the same. Written by Lindsay Davis, Michael Tyler, illustrated by Lucy Fleming. Take a look at this page. Move your eyes up and down. Look left, look right, look all around. Are you able to find a very small spot? The teeny tiny itty bitty smallest spot of a dot? And this next page too. It's all covered with dots. Lots and lots of very small spots. All next to, on top of, and even between. They're all named the same. They're all called gene. There's a gene here for you. Hello. And one waving here too. Jumbo. And this gene is looking for something to do. Guten Tag. Inside every gene, good day, lives a marvelous thing. Namaste. A twisty, twirly ladder of string. Ciao. It's called DNA. Hola. Let's all cheer, hooray! Sayubona. It's the reason you are who you are today. Bonjour. Believe it or not, we're all made of dots. Billions and billions of tiny gene dots. Inside and outside, it's wonderfully true. They make who I am, and they also make you. And each of us has a me, my, mine dot. A one-of-a-kind dot, a look-at-you shine dot. This gene dot is your dot and yours all alone. This dot, you can say, is most truly your own. Your me, my, mine dot is the who that is you. It's what gives us a hint and a colorful clue about why you look the way that you do and why your dot is your only you hue. My dot gives me hair that will stay in one place. Your dot sprinkles freckles all over your face. My dot makes my skin so beautifully brown. Your dot makes your cheeks so rosy and round. This special small dot, so me and so you, is why I have brown eyes and yours might be blue. And why I like succotash, and you know you don't, and why you will puddle splash, and I know I won't. Our me, my, mine dots make it easy to see that you look like you, and I look like me. The rest of the billions of dots we discussed are exactly the same inside each of us. That we all have these dots is a whole world affair, as they make up the wonderful traits we all share. We have faces that show who we are through our eyes. We have mouths that make yawns and giggles and sighs. We have ears and knees and elbows and toes. We can breathe and sneeze and smell with our nose. We have lips that make smiles and teeth that chew food. We have good days and bad days with feelings and moods. We have bellies and bones and muscles and chins, and sometimes we frown, and sometimes we grin. We have voices that whisper or excitedly scream. We have hopes and cares and wishes and dreams. We all need clean air and water to live, and everyone's better when everyone gives. We all need the sun to shine from above, and everyone's heart is the start of their love. It's a curious thing, the way that it seems, that we're so much alike because of our genes. In our billions of dots, we share the same kind. I have dots just like yours. You have dots just like mine. We have different faces and bodies and names, but we're still 99.9% the same. We are all human beings. We are just like each other. We are friends and neighbors and sisters and brothers. Just one tiny dot makes you different from me, but we all still belong to just one family. And those billions of dots that are yours and mine give us billions of reasons to always be kind. Let's be happy and thankful we all share these dots. They make us all human, and that means a lot. They show us a truth that's so simple to see, that our colorful dots color us equally. Okay, Macy, I'm back. All right, so for your science experiment, we are going to talk about the science of why we are who we are. Let's talk DNA. So DNA is short for deoxyribonucleic acid, and DNA can be found in every cell of our bodies. And what DNA does is it carries the information or instructions of how our bodies are made and how they will function. And these instructions are passed to you by your mother and your father. So if you had a really strong microscope, you would see that DNA looks like a ladder twisted into a spiral. And this DNA structure is called a double-stranded helix. And I've made this replica of a double-stranded helix out of licorice, jelly beans, and toothpicks. So the licorice represents the strands. The steps of the ladder represent the 4 building blocks that connect the strands. And the stretch of the DNA is called a gene. And the body reads the gene like a recipe. So like we learned from our story, genes determine what you will look like. So the color of your skin, the color of your eyes, the color of your hair, how tall, how short you are, and so on. And genes also attribute to talents you may possess, like being good at math, playing the piano, or scoring hat tricks in soccer, all made better by hard work and practice, of course. But as humans, our genetic makeup, there's that gene word again, our genetic makeup is 99.9% the same. It's that 0.1%, that me, my, mine dot, that shine dot, that makes you uniquely you. All right, so what about things that are not human? Do they have DNA? Does your cousin dog Rudy have DNA? Does the tree in your front yard have DNA? What about a pet rock? Does it have DNA? So everything that is living has DNA. So Rudy has DNA, the tree has DNA, but the pet rock, even though you pretend it's alive, it does not have DNA. So everything that is living is made up of these same 4 building blocks. But how can that be? I'm a human and Rudy is a dog. So it's actually the sequence or the pattern of the building blocks that make a dog different from a human, or say a bird different from a strawberry. So this brings us to our science experiment. We are going to extract DNA from strawberries. Whew, my mind is blown. This is very cool. All right. So this is basically a 4-step process that I've kind of already done because it does take some time. But you want to start out with 3 strawberries, okay? And put them into a Ziploc bag and just start mushing them up, like really squish them until it's all mush, all right? And what that is doing is it's breaking down the cell walls of the strawberry so we can get to that DNA. And then you want to make up a solution of, I used about a third cup of hot water, then I dissolved a ½ teaspoon of salt in the water, and then I added a tablespoon of dish soap. And once you have your strawberries all smushed up, you want to put about 3 teaspoons in the bag and start squishing it up again. And what this solution is doing is it's breaking down those cell walls even more so we can get to that DNA. So the next step you want to do, once that is complete, you want to take your mush, your strawberry mush, and pour it into some kind of filter. So I have just a small kind of coffee filter for Keurig, but you can use a regular coffee filter or you can use a strainer. So what we're doing is we're separating the DNA from all the parts of the strawberry that we don't want. So we basically got strawberry liquid right here that contains our DNA. All right, so the next thing, just gonna pour our DNA, or our strawberry liquid, sorry, into a cup. So the DNA is in here, but we can't see it because it's dissolved. So in order to extract the DNA, you want to use a high percentage of rubbing alcohol, and we're going to just pour it over the very top. You don't want to mix it into the strawberry liquid. You just want to pour it over so it kind of rests on the top. And hopefully we'll start seeing some DNA. We are, so I'm going to come around. Do you see? It's kind of floating there a little bit. That is the DNA. They kind of look like white clouds. So Macy, this right here, even though it's kind of slimy, but so cool, that is what makes a strawberry a strawberry. Isn't that crazy? All right, sweetie. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the story. I hope you enjoyed the science experiment. I hope you have the best birthday. Gosh, I miss you and I love you so much. Just have the best day. Bye.